Hey nerds, today I'm reviewing The Killer's Game, a movie that blends action, dark comedy, and a whole lot of missed potential. Does this action thriller live up to its promising premise, or is it a game not worth playing? Let's break it all down right now. Welcome back to the Nerd Social. I'm Nathan. As always, if you want to jump ahead of the intro to my analysis or rating, check the chapter links below. So this movie has a runtime of 104 minutes and it hits theaters on September 13th. Let's delve into the details. The spoiler-free logline for this movie is, in The Killer's Game, veteran assassin Joe Flood, Dave Bautista, is diagnosed with a terminal illness and decides to authorize a kill on himself to avoid the pain. But when he finds out the diagnosis was wrong, Joe must fend off his former colleagues who are now hunting him, while trying to win back the love of his life, Sofia Boutella, before time runs out. This movie is directed by Jay Perry, a martial artist and stunt coordinator known for his work on John Wick Chapter 2, who made his directorial debut in Day Shift. The Killer's Game has been in development for over 2 decades now, with a screenplay by Rand Ravitch, who wrote The Astronaut's Wife, and James Coyne. This film promises action-packed sequences and dark humor, though it doesn't always hit the mark. The main cast is Dave Bautista as Joe Flood, the terminally ill assassin who fights for survival. He is known for Guardians of the Galaxy, Dune, and Knock at the Cabin. Sofia Boutella as Maisie, Joe's love interest. She is known for Atomic Blonde, The Mummy, Kingsman, The Secret Service, and Rebel Moon. Ben Kingsley as Zev, Joe's handler. He is known for Gandhi, Iron Man 3, and Sexy Beast. Pom Klementieff as Mariana, a rival handler. She is known for Guardians of the Galaxy and Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. Terry Crews plays Lovedoll, a rival assassin. He is known for Brooklyn Nine-Nine, The Expendables, and White Chicks. Also in this cast is Alex Kingston, who plays Zev's exuberant, crass, and profane wife. She is known for Doctor Who, ER, and Arrow. All right, let's tuck in and break this one down. So this movie certainly had some promise, and there are genuine laughs scattered throughout the film. The setup, an assassin who accidentally puts a hit on himself, is a fun premise, but the movie doesn't fully live up to its potential. One of the most notable things about The Killer's Game is its long development history. This movie has been in the works for 22 years. Jason Statham and Nicolas Cage were both attached as the star at various points, but in the end, we got Dave Bautista in the lead. The first half of the movie introduces some interesting set pieces in varied locations. The fight choreography in these early sequences is fun, and there's a sense of variety. But by the second half, the movie falters. All the action converges in a single repetitive location, and I found myself nodding off during some of the later fight scenes. Dave Bautista delivers a decent performance as Joe Flood, but the character lacks depth. Bautista has been great in supporting roles, but here, as the leading man, the script doesn't give him much to work with. His love interest, played by Sofia Boutella, doesn't fare much better. She's underutilized and doesn't have enough screen time to make her character compelling. Ben Kingsley as Zev, Joe's handler, is sadly wasted. He's given some truly cringeworthy lines, including a cheesy bit of dialogue that references the film's title. Even the Academy Award-winning Kingsley, with all his talent, couldn't elevate this material. Pom Klementieff and Terry Crews are among the film's many rivals, but their characters are thinly written. Klementieff's Mariana had some potential to be an engaging and interesting antagonist, but her character lacks even the little depth we saw in her recent performance in Guardians of the Galaxy. Crews brings his usual comedic flair, but isn't given much direction, so his talents are wasted. This movie feels like a shadow of better action films, like a diet version of John Wick or Kill Bill. It sets up an assassin's world adjacent to our own, but it doesn't flesh it out enough to make it as interesting as the John Wick movies. There's many gory action scenes like in Kill Bill, but the movie has much less style than those movies. There's also a sense of video game storytelling where opponents are introduced with title cards rather than meaningful dialogue or exposition. This approach is similar to what James Gunn did in the Suicide Squad movie, but it's far more half-baked with the characters far less characterized and the dialogue much clunkier here. Unfortunately, as I've mentioned several times already, the script is one of the weakest elements of this film. The setup had potential, the execution is clumsy, much of the dialogue is cringeworthy, and it's hard to believe that a cast of this caliber is working with such poor material. J.J. Perry's direction shines in the early action sequences, but the pacing suffers as the film progresses. It feels like the movie ran out of steam halfway through, and the repetitive action in the same location really doesn't help. In my final analysis, The Killer's Game earns a game night rating on our scale, and if you're unfamiliar with our scale, it's down below in the description. It's a movie that might work for a casual watch with friends, but it's not essential viewing. There are a few laughs, and the premise is fun, but the script and the direction fall short of making this a memorable action movie. Have you seen The Killer's Game yet? What did you think of its mix of action and dark comedy? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like and share, and subscribe for more in-depth analysis of film and TV. See you in the next one, guys. Bye.